Hey everybody, happy 100th day of school. In honor of the 100th day of school, we're going to do a read aloud called 100th Day Worries. So let's do a book walkthrough. We have the front cover and the back cover. When you open up the book, the first text feature that you're going to see is called the title page. The title page retells our title, 100th Day Worries. It also gives our author and our illustrator. Our author is Marjorie Kohler, and our illustrator is Arthur Howard. What do the author and illustrator do? The author writes the words. The author writes the words. Hi ho, did you know? The author writes the words. The illustrator draws the pictures. The illustrator draws the pictures. Hi ho, did you know? The illustrator draws the pictures. Jessica was a worrier. She worried about everything. She worried about losing her first tooth and remembering her lunch money and missing the school bus and getting her math right. But on the 95th day of first grade, Jessica's teacher gave her something new to worry about. Next Friday will be the 100th day of school, Mr. Martin said, so I want each of you to bring in a collection of 100 things. They can be anything you want, but they should be small. Like rubber bands or marbles. We'll display our collections out in the hall. Immediately, Jessica began to worry. Oh no, she groaned to herself. What will I bring? All weekend long, Jessica thought and thought, but each new idea brought new worries with it. 100 ice cubes? Too melty. 100 marshmallows? Too sticky. 100 toothpicks? Too pointy. That Sunday night at dinner, Jessica asked her family for ideas. How about 100 yo-yos? Suggested Tom. That's dumb, said Jessica. Where would I get 100 yo-yos? Maybe 100 lipsticks would work, said Laura. Jessica rolled her eyes. Laura might have that many tubes of lipstick, but Jessica sure didn't. We know you'll think of something, said Mom and Dad. You have until Friday. On Monday, the 96th day of school, Jessica watched as Bobby gave Mr. Martin 5 bags of peanuts. There are 20 peanuts in each bag, Bobby explained. Great, said Mr. Martin. Why didn't I think of peanuts? Jessica wondered. So notice how 5 groups of 20 would be 5 times 20, and that gets you 100. You can even skip count it. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, or you can do repeated addition. 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20, and you know that gets you 100. Let's look at a different way to make 100. On the 97th day of school, Jessica watched as Sharon piled paper clips into 10 neat stacks on Mr. Martin's desk. 100 paper clips in all, Sharon announced. Wonderful, said Mr. Martin. How did she find so many? Wondered Jessica. So if she has 10 stacks, how many's in each stack? So I'm asking you 100 divided by 10. 10 times what gets you 100? 10, you're correct. 10 groups of 10 gets you 100. On the 98th day of school, Jessica watched as Ashley brought in 100 peppermints. I ate a few, she admitted, so I really only have 95. She promised to bring in 5 more peppermints the next day. Fantastic, said Mr. Martin. Jessica's stomach felt queasy. So notice here how we're skip counting by 25s. So 4 groups of 25 gets us 100. I already knew that because I knew that 4 quarters gets me $1, and quarters are worth 25 cents each. Why do you think that Jessica's stomach felt queasy? Do you think maybe she ate something bad? No, the reason her stomach feels queasy is probably because she feels nervous or anxious about what she's going to bring in. She sees all these awesome ideas and she's just wondering, what am I going to bring in that's going to be that awesome? By the time Jessica went to bed on the 99th day of school, she still hadn't thought of anything to bring. On Friday morning, she sat at the breakfast table and stared at her cereal. Jessica, asked Mom, what's wrong? Today is the last day to bring in 100 things for the 100th day of school, and I still haven't thought of the right thing, she said. I've only come up with stuff that's too melty or too sticky or too pointy. I'll be the only kid without anything to show, and everybody will make fun of me. Jessica began to cry. Don't worry, said Dad. I have an idea. He pulled open one of the kitchen drawers. Here are some ribbons, he said, giving Jessica a handful of scraps. Jessica counted 3 red, 3 green, 2 yellow, and 3 red, 2 green, 2 yellow, 2 purple, and 1 striped. Mom ran down to the cellar and brought back a jar. Here are some screws, she said, dumping a pile on the table. Jessica counted 4 big, 4 small, 1 giant, and 1 tiny. Here are some rocket-shaped erasers from my collection, said Tom. I have 4 pink, 3 green, 2 white, and 1 yellow. Here are some beads for my necklace that I broke, said Laura. 3 round, 4 oval, 2 square, and 1 shaped like a smiling cat. I'll get some buttons for my shirt drawer, said Dad. He found 5 black, 3 brown, and 2 white. Here's some loose change for my purse, said Mom. 10 pennies and 10 nickels. Here are 10 barrettes that I don't need anymore, said Laura. Here are some rocks from Iggy's aquarium, said Tom. 6 brown, 3 green, and 1 sparkly. How much stuff do we have so far? Asked Mom. Jessica looked at the stuff on the table. It wasn't 100 of anything, but at least she had something to show. Something was better than nothing. There's the bus, said Mom. Here's a bag for your things. Don't forget your lunch. Jessica shoved everything into the bag and ran to catch the bus. All morning, Jessica thought about the stuff in the bag. She tried to remember the things her family had given her. 10 ribbon, 10 screws, 10 erasers, 10 beads, 10 buttons, 10 pennies, 10 nickels, 10 barrettes, 10 rocks. That came to 90. 9 different groups of 10. She needs 10 more. Where could she get 10 more things? Oh no, here came her worries again. At lunch, Jessica found a note in her lunchbox. Sweetie, we'll help you find more stuff this weekend. I'm sure Mr. Martin will understand if your collection is late. Don't worry. Love, Mom. Suddenly, Jessica had a great idea. She smiled to herself as she waited for lunch to be over. After story hour, Mr. Martin said it was time to put their 100 things in the hall. What did you bring, Jessica? He asked. Here are 10 ribbons from my dad, she said. 10? Asked Mr. Martin. And 10 screws from my mom, said Jessica. The other kids came over to look. And 10 erasers from my brother, and 10 beads for my sister, said Jessica. Pretty, said Anita. And here are 10 buttons for my father, and 10 pennies and 10 nickels from my mother, and 10 barrettes from my sister, and 10 rocks from my brother's iguana's aquarium, said Jessica. Cool, said Leslie. And what's this? Asked Mr. Martin. It's 10 kisses from my mom, said Jessica. See? I brought in 100 things my family gave me, said Jessica. Is that okay? Wow, said Mr. Martin. I've seen a lot of great collections for the 100th day of school, but this one? Jessica swallowed. This one is really special, said Mr. Martin. You've brought in 100 bits of love. The end.